Boom, boom. This is Ken. Everybody, welcome back to the channel. Alright, got a little bit of Bleach Immortal Souls on tap. We got a few things to cover, so let's just go ahead and jump right into it. So first up on the list, we've got a new season pass up. Season pass is for young Yakuya. I know what you're saying, and I'm saying it myself. What are they doing? Basically, I don't really like when they do this stuff. They're not to the point that the game has not established themselves where they can start having gimmick teams, which is what this would be. So, I would wish that they would start, giving us a chance to really max out some of the UR based characters before they start throwing out characters like this. But hey, so anyway, yeah, SSR Yakuya, young version of him. Basically, not pretty much in terms of that. Standard season pass, if you do it every day, you should be able to achieve all the way up to 60, which will allow you to get enough shards to get the character, and you'll have a few left over. So, yeah, if you do it every day, you should be able to get it. I do it simply because I like the fact that you can get the Omni Shard, and you get a bunch of pools on the roulette wheel and stuff. So it's got some pretty good things in here. As you can see, it's good items. There's another Omni Shard. So I complete it. I actually did the roulette. I got the roulette. I think it was it this morning? Yeah, just this morning. And I pulled 5 times, and I got 1 Omni Shard, and I got 3 Awakened Essences from it. So it's it behooves you to do it. Just do your dailies. If you do dailies, receive the rewards. Click on the things, and you'll get the chances to actually push this through. And if you do it every day, it's set so that you'll be able to get to 60. But you don't need to get to 60. You need to get to 50. 50 will give you the 5 shards. The 50 shards that you need to actually create the character. 60 is just an extra 10, so that you can start. If you intend to build on that character, that's an extra 10 shards. So, that's one of the ways to get that. Like I said, I would prefer that they would do UR characters. I'd like to see a season pass where there's a chance to get me 50 shards of a UR based character. Once you've established yourself, then you can start throwing in these gimmicky stuff. But it is what it is. So that is up, and that's new. That started the day before yesterday. So new season pass. World Championships is still going on. Make sure you get in there and claim your rewards from that. Even you should have some rewards on this, even if you didn't play it. Well, let me rephrase that. If you've ever played it, you'll probably have rewards when you get in there because your position camps out from where you were the last time. Your position camps out at the same position when the new season rolls around. So if you did it before, you'll be able to, you probably have rewards in there. I know I did. So I got in there and advanced a little bit farther. So the rewards aren't quite as good as I'd like them to be, but it's still shards, SSR shards. And some, Omni Shards as well, too. So that's what you want to do it for. All right. So the other event up is, of course, another Soul Box. As the developer said, that they're going to be increasing the pacing of Soul Box events, which is good. And I'm glad they're doing that. Now, this one is a little bit tricky for me. Neither of these characters are on my team. However, these are both excellent characters. Nelliel is actually the required character for the Vermilion Bird Sages Soul Hall team. So if you want to run the Sages Vermilion Bird Soul team, you need her. She is a required character. Okay, so if you were ever thinking about running the Vermilion team, that's good. She is in my. It's a good team. Okay, I'm currently running the Genesis Soul Hall team for the Azure Dragons with Tensa Zangetsu is the required character for that, which is the max. The Genesis is the max team if you go into the Soul Hall. Okay, you have the standard Soul Hall, which is the base, Okay, then you have the Sage's Soul Hall, which is secondary, and then you have the Genesis, which is the max. These are the max teams. I'm currently running this one right here. Okay, with Tensa Zangetsu, I have the requirement here at damage rate 8. As damage goes increases up, and I've got it up to 16. So this is the maximum. So the Vermilion Beige Sage is Nelliel, as you can see right here. But that's the secondary. The max is the Genesis, and that one requires, of course, Stark Resurrection. So, but it's still a good team. If you should be running a Soul Hole team simply because of the damage, the damage reduction that they supply. All of them says to decrease the damage taken by the allies in the first 2 rounds by a percentage, usually in the 30s. So it's definitely something that you want to do because it's very valuable. And you want, if you have the required character, and you can get, you know, as you can see from mine, I'm getting an 8% damage rate increase. So damage rate 8.6%. Okay, and that goes up. Next version will get me 37, and then 8.9. So it's a very good thing. Now, Nnoitora, let's talk about Nnoitora. Nnoitora is what I call, jokingly, a straight-up cheat character. And the reason is because he's got his skill set is extremely PvP-centric skill set. It is, in my opinion, the best PvP skill set in the game, which makes him a valuable member of any PvP team. Having him in your PvP team will allow you to beat other teams that are much stronger than you, simply because of the fact that his skill set, deathmatch. Okay, the effect reduction of the ally front row is increased. The first time Nnoitora receives fatal damage, he gets the deathmatch effect, and this lasts for 1 round. Okay, so damage that would be fatal is negated. Okay, cannot be healed. All damage dealt is increased by 60%. Okay, so for 1 round, so he's already taken. So you see, deathmatch instigates when he receives fatal damage. So basically, he gets hit with fatal damage. He's got no health, but he's still alive. Okay, here's the problem. When it happened to me the first time I saw it, my first character is the one that hit him with the fatal damage. Then the 5 characters, every single one after that, and 4 of them were rages, and hit him, had virtually no effect. So I basically lost the turn completely and wasted 4 rages. I inevitably lost the match because of that. And this is why. So this deathmatch is an exceedingly, and it happens whenever he receives fatal damage, okay? Okay? The first time Nnoitora receives fatal damage, he gains deathmatch, okay? So it's guaranteed to happen. So he will not die the first time so once you hit him for 1 round, he's immune. Okay? All the other damage that he gets is basically going to be negated. So that's what, and I've seen it in action. That's the way it works. So he's exceedingly powerful for any PvP team. So if you care about your PvP ranking, and you want, and you enjoy that phase of the game, then he's definitely a character that you want to pull on because he will help you immensely. Okay? And he is a dragon. So that's the new event up. So I'm not really sure if I'm going to pull on the event. Not really sure. And it's going to be up for, it's up for 3 days, so I'm going to have to think about it. Neither of these characters, I have them both at 2 stars. I did the limited time summon for each of the character, which is basically you get 30 shards, and then you get the characters, basically 5 pools, and you get them at 2 stars. So they're useless at 2 stars. You really can't use them. Well, you can from the Guardian stance because they do have their rage. At 2 stars, the rage is active, so you can conceivably put them in from the actual Guardian stance. He, of course, would be useless from the Guardian stance because the Guardian takes no damage anyway, so just having Deathmatch go active would not be very useful for him. But Nelliel would be a character that you could get her rage. She doesn't all damage rage. The whole team, enemy team gets hit. So you could use her from the actual Guardianette too, but not really him. You have to get him to 4-star, and that's when he really shines. Get him in at 4-star and putting him in the Soul Hall team would be, exceedingly valuable. But it's going to take a lot of Soul Jade. The good thing about this is it's a Soul Box event, so you can get their weapon and you can awaken their weapon. That makes both of them exceedingly more powerful. Nell's 3 moniker, and Nnoitora is 5. So yeah, I mean they're both the good characters. Both would be excellent if you're looking to start a Soul Hall team, second level Soul Hall team. Like I say, it's not the third. You need Stark if you want to have the Vermilion Bird third Genesis, but you can get the Sages with that. So it's up to you as to how you want to do it. But it's still good. It's still if you're not running a solo team, you should, just because of the benefit that you do get from that. But I'm not really sure if I want to pull on this, because I'm not really, neither character is really focused. And on my team, I'm at a pretty stable rate. I mean, if you watch the video I did yesterday, I blew through story mode 23 without any trouble whatsoever. I 3-starred every level on the first try without any trouble whatsoever. So it's really not something that I need at this point. I'll have enough to take Kenpachi up to 6-star, and I will have that very soon. I have 27,000 of the Kenpachi coins, and I only need 32,000. Once I have that, that'll take me 2 or 3 days to get that. I'll be able to purchase the final 20 shards, and I will be able to bring him up to 240, increasing him to a 6-star character. That will get me the damage reduction rate, which means he's going to increase power is going to reduce dramatically. He's going to be able to stay alive more often. Then in terms of Omni shards, I have enough Omni shards, almost 260. So I need another 20 if I want to use that to take a 5-star character up to 6 stars on 24. Not that big of a deal. I can get that in probably a couple of weeks. Over the course of the next 2 events, I could probably snatch up that many. And that will enable me to get one of my other characters up to 6-star. Okay? But here's the problem. They're going to be increasing the pacing of the Soul Hall, or of the Soul Box events throughout the summer. So I'm really not sure. I mean, we just had the Soul Box event for Zazapur just a few weeks ago, so definitely not going to see him for a long time. Definitely not going to see anything for a long time, because he was a Soul Box event, right? I think one event before that, it was Zeracor, so his is not going to be coming anytime soon either. As such, it's like, since those 2 are not going to be around for quite some time, would it be, behooving to take one of them up to 5 stars with my Omni shards? Because I do have more than enough Omni shards to do that right now. 150. Okay, and I'd have 90 left over after that, and the same with him. 86 left over. So yeah, it's one of those things as to where where do I want to go. But I'm really not seeing any type of issue. These 2 are surviving quite well, so I really have not seen an issue with them whatsoever. It's mainly just determining which Soul Box event is going to come next. Will it be Tensa Zangetsu? Will it be for White Ichigo? As to who I would want, if the Soul Box event is going to be coming around pretty soon for White Ichigo, then I would put the shards into Tensa Zangetsu. So it's really debating as to what. So I'm trying to get an idea of when that's going to happen. But it's still weeks away before I have to make a decision, because it's going to take that long to get the final Omni shards. But I will definitely be bringing Kenpachi up in the next 3 to 4 days. I'll do a video when that actually happens, and do the promotion for him, and we'll put him through some paces to see what. But other than that, my team is fully maxed. I've got everybody up to Red 3 and full enhancements. All the equipment has been hit to Red 3 as well, and I'm now into 23. I can now access the enhancements as you can see, I can access the enhancements for taking them up to red 4, which is the next stop, and the in the increasing hunt and ever increasing effort to make them powerful. And then from there, we'll go, of course, to red 5, and then, of course, go to the rainbow versions, which I've actually seen some people start to hit the rainbow version. So we'll have to see what that happens. I hear that it's quite expensive to do the upgrades for that, so we'll have to see. But everything is ready. Everybody's red 3. All equipments are red 3 for each of my main team. So it's just moving up from that. So I'm going to debate if I do decide to actually do pulls on this particular event. I will, of course, go ahead and do a video based on that. For those of you who don't see the event, I am on server 100, so it is coming. It might take a few weeks to get to your server, depending on how far out you are, because they do it in phased entrances. So you should see it shortly, if you're not seeing it already. But they're two excellent characters, PvP meta in Nnoitora, and of course Vermilion Bird Sage's Soul Hall team. You'll need Nelliel Resurrection version, and that is it. Chance to get their weapon and the character if you don't have them or did not pull on the event. But it takes a little bit of to get the actual weapon. You're going to need to pull roughly, it takes about 10 times, roughly 9 or 10 times. So that's about based on the prices. So you're going to need roughly, you're going to need probably about 14,000 to get the actual weapon, and that's what you're going for. You get 5 shards of the weapon every other pull. You don't get the weapon every pull. You get shards every pull, but you don't get the weapon every pull. The weapon only comes out every other pull. Okay, so you're going to have to pull. You need 50 shards. You get 5 at a time. So that's how many times that you're going to have to pull for the actual, to get the actual weapon set up. So it can take, it can take a little while to get it. So you have to pull for it to get the 50 shards that you do actually need. All right. So thanks a lot for watching. Remember to subscribe to the channel, which you subscribe to see a bell. You're going to be notified each time I do drop a video. And remember to like and share the video, as that does help the views on the channel. So this is Kendrick coming at you from the corner, signing out.